Hello, this is a quick tutorial on how to export tracks in your Pro Tools session as an OMF file so that you can then open these tracks up in a new session and have all of your audio files be in the exact location in sync with your video so that you can share with your Foley partner and have everything that you've done be exactly in sync and in the session in the same way that you did in the Foley session. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that your session frame rate and your film frame rate match. And I showed you how to do that in class last week, but here you can see mine is in white, so you know that it's matching. If it's in red, remember you go into your setup menu, down to session, and change this timecode rate to whatever is showing in the video track, and that will make sure that they are together. The other thing you want to do is make sure that both sessions have all this information the same. So 48K sample rate, 24-bit bit depth, and that your audio format is WAV files. If they're matching from the start, then you'll have a much easier time with this process. Once all that is done, you're going to highlight the tracks that you want to export into. So this is all the stuff that you Foleyed. So whatever tracks, sound effects tracks you have created in your Foley session that you want to export to your partner's session, you highlight. I also highlight the actual audio files in the track. I'm not sure this is necessary. I just do it as an extra precaution, and everything seems to work well. So then I'm going to go up into my file menu and choose export selected tracks as new AAF or OMF. It defaults to AAF, so make sure you change it to OMF. Open media file format is what we're doing. This is a shared open format. You shouldn't have to change anything else. Make sure this says consolidate from source media here. In my case, I don't have another choice, but that's what you want to have selected. And none of this should automatically set up itself for you, so you shouldn't have to change anything else. So then you're going to click OK. This is just what is going to call the sequence name. You don't really have to change that. You can just click OK. And then you're going to name the OMF file to export. So I'm going to just shorten this up so that it says City of Lost Children OMF, so I'm not confused as to what it is. Save that, and the last thing it's going to ask you is where does it want to put that converted audio file. So these two save functions, make sure you save this OMF file somewhere where you can easily find it. So you might want to just save it right into your partner's Pro Tools session or onto the desktop or somewhere where you can easily locate it. I'm going to save it just into this Sound Workshop 1 file folder, so I know where it is, and it's processing it, and then we're finished with this session. So you can close your original session, and now you're going to open up your target session. So this is your partner's session that you want to import into. So I'm going to just open up this other demo session. I have nothing in here at this point, so I'm going to go into my file menu again and choose import. And this time I'm choosing import session data because that's what an OMF file is session data. And now it's going to ask me, what do you want to import? So I'm going to go look for that, that OMF file that I just created. And where did I put it? I believe that this is the one right here, City of Lost Children OMF. That's what I named it. So I'll open that up, click open, and I get this dialog box. Make sure that it says copy from source media, so it's going to go look for it and copy it. And here's all the tracks that I selected for export, and it changes them all to A1, A2, so you lose your track names, but that's easy enough to recreate. And this is default checks. I'll just leave all that. You want to maintain your absolute timecode value so that it puts it in the exact spot, and that should be all set. So I'll click OK, and voila, it opens up those tracks with all of your audio clips in the exact location that you put them in when you made your Foley session. So that's a really easy way to export tracks and including the media files that are in it into a new session and keep the audio files in sync where they are in the original session. So I hope that's helpful. It's called exporting an OMF, and then you import it as session data. There you go. Have a good time. Bye.